The plot of Attack on Titan is so thought through. When I was watching season 4, I legit thought if I just blink for a second, I can miss something important. However, I also think that amount of details caused one of the biggest Attack on Titan issues to be born. And that problem honestly continues to grow since like season 1. You see, in my opinion, Attack on Titan as a story is really good in creating a twist and introducing it to the audience. However, it's also not really good in, explaining it. Like, for example, the premise of Attack on Titan is brilliant, in my opinion. We have a small country surrounded by walls, and outside those walls are human-eating, terrifying-looking titans. People who live within the walls, including the main character, think that everyone outside the walls died, eaten by titans. And in my opinion, this is just perfect. Simple, straight to the point, it doesn't even really need a detailed explanation. However, later, when we're finally given an explanation about where titans come from, well, the story becomes kinda weird. Like, where do titans come from? Well, you see, a couple thousands of years ago there was this kingdom, and in this kingdom there was a slave girl who pissed the king, and this king tried to punish her, and while running away from the punishment, girl accidentally stumbled upon a magical tree, inside of which there was like a magical worm, which fused with her or something, giving her like god powers so she can now turn into a titan, and actually a bunch of other things too. And instead of just destroying the kingdom that hated her, or I don't know, running away, she started serving the king, who started using her powers to conquer other kingdoms. And the king and this girl had like a bunch of babies who later on can turn into titans. And like, the what? And it's not like this backstory was revealed throughout the series bit by bit. No, it was done through one single flashback, almost at the end of the story. And on top of that, before that flashback, we literally were told that Ymir, yeah, that's this girl's name, got her god powers from the deal with the demon. But, I mean, I don't know, that felt simple, like the giant weird-looking titans kinda fit that narrative. Like, I don't know, that was a pretty simple explanation, but it's not like the whole titan concept is really complicated. And deal with the demon doesn't really need more explanation, but the Ymir flashback actually requires, like, its whole separate show. Because, like, where did this magical worm came from? Is it, like, God? Why did he decide to fuse with Ymir and give her god powers? Why after Ymir died she got trapped in like a separate dimension? And why some of her children got that like magical powers of hers? Why the magical powers just didn't stop existing after she died? Like, why her power got passed to her kids for some reason? Like, all of this stuff is just straight up not explained. You can only guess why that all happened. The story doesn't give you any answers. And okay, if we had more pieces and hints about that twist, I guess that would have made sense, but
I have none.
Because there is none.
And also, I feel like the whole Ymir explanation just doesn't work in a logical sense because, first of all, we never really get to know what happens if she just doesn't do her job. Like, we're told that every regeneration of every titan happens because Ymir is rebuilding them out of clay in the separate dimension, but like, what if she doesn't do it? And also, she could literally control all the titans and actually pretty much everything that is going on in the series until the point where Eren gets her powers. But why is she still angry at everybody? Like, I'm assuming titans start killing everybody because she's angry at the whole world, but she's been in this dimension for like billions of years because time moves really slow in there. But in the end, she still acts like a 5-year-old because it takes Eren like 2 sentences to convince her to give him Titan powers.
You're nobody's slave, and you're no god either! You're just a person!
You're not a Terminator anymore, alright?
Like, again, it's not exactly explained how her powers work, but apparently she can see past, future, and present all at once, so like, imagine if you can see, like, the entire human history while stuck in a dimension where you do absolutely nothing. Like, I feel like you would not have a mind of a 12-year-old. Another example of weird plot twist is when in season 3, I think, shows up Historia's dad, who's like kinda weirdly animated actually. And again, like with Emir's backstory, he in one single dialogue explains a bunch of exposition and a bunch of plot details. I mean, okay, before he showed up, there were also a lot of questions which needed answering. Like, why does Eren has Titan powers? Where they come from? What happened to his dad? How is Historia connected to all this stuff? What does government know about this? What happened to the first king? But Historia's dad literally explains it all in like couple of sentences. And again, it all sounds kinda weirdly complicated. And Historia's dad explanation to all of that is, well, you see, Historia, you're actually a princess, the ancestor of a founding titan, but founding titan is currently in the middle of Eren because his dad stole it from our family and put it inside of Eren. Yeah, also, nobody actually remembers this except the government, who kinda remembers this because founding titan erased everyone's memories.
Yeah. Well, now it makes sense.
Bruh, I feel like when authors started writing Attack on Titan, he didn't expect story to become as popular as it is. So at the beginning, just in case, he included a bunch of mysteries, so later on he can write about those. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's the case, especially when I hear Reiner's and Bertholdt's explanation to why they all did that. Because before final season, they were never exactly explaining their actions. Like, yeah, they were saying they're doing bad things and they understand they're doing bad things.
You think this is what we aspire to be? We're monsters. We deserve to die for the things we've done. We could live 1,000 years and never again know peace.
And also the fact that Reiner was mentally insane at some point, like he had two personalities in his head, and later on, nobody even mentions it. It's just forgotten. I guess it was just there so he revealed that he's Armored Titan, and Bertholdt is Colossal Titan to Eren. Like, I don't really see any other reasons why that was even in the show. Don't get me wrong, I think there was definitely a lot of stuff planned when he started writing stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure the whole idea of rumbling and Eren using it against everyone else, turning anti-hero, that was all prepared from the start. However, I feel like when the story turns from, my dad left me a key to his room and I need to get to that room to see what secrets he's been hiding, to Female Titan, Beast Titan, Armored Titan, they all intelligent. You can turn into a Titan via injection. There is founding Titan powers. Eren had them all along because his father gave it to him by forcing Eren to eat his own dad, but Eren doesn't remember any of it. And also Eren can see future and path via his Titan's powers because, well, that's how powers work.
Do you see what I mean?
Like, yeah, okay, I'm not exactly sure that answers to all of those questions were planned from the start. So, in conclusion, I'm just making this small video because I need to post something, and it's been on my mind for a while. And I guess that is it for today. Again, I explained it pretty shortly, and there's more details to discuss, but I want to keep this video as short as possible, because, well, I still have 2 reviews that I'm currently working on right now. And if you think I misunderstood something, please go to the comments and tell me how wrong I am. Bye!